Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release, the only place to see the entire video game industry flash right before your eyes. Last time we were getting a reprieve from all those Apple II games with the Space Station Zulu port on our Atari home computer. Before we go forward though, we have to go back. I want to give Spectre its due and have another chance. I found another copy of the game. Hopefully we won't run into any problems. Let's check out Spectre again. This is by Bob Flanagan and Scott Miller of Datamost. Still around the time of September 1982. So last time we played this, there was some issue with the problem to turn around because the game allows you to turn left, turn right, and also about face. So here we go. This is Spectre. Again, we hear the radioactive sound of something happening in the background. Let's go ahead and skip past that. There is no joystick control for this one, at least not to my knowledge. I tried a few of the commands, but it did not work. Yes, is it a true 3.5-star game or not? We're going to find out now. Sticking with novice play, and it starts with this demo mode. I'm going to hit escape. We're going to go in for real, and I'm going to make sure we have our reverse working. Awesome. Yes, it does let me turn completely around. So right now, the Spectre is in the maze with us. Something is chasing us, and it gives you a little bit of time to see the walls, and then all of a sudden the walls are gone. And if you see, the Spectre has just appeared behind me as a shadow. I'm going to make my way over here to the Energizer. Got him. If you get the Energizer, you can knock him out. So I just turned around, and he is removed from the equation. So now I have options to move around the maze. Oh, you can see now we have another. He's coming after us again. We got to go back this way. Oh, he got us. He snuck up on the other way. So another one of those games that we're playing where something is chasing us in a maze. If you look over on the far right side, it shows the exit. You have to collect all the dots, just like if you're playing Pac-Man. And then there we go, the Spectre's here. Oh, he got the jump on us again. Right in front of us. Another life lost. But you see we have different mazes we can play. I'm actually paying more attention to the top-down view rather than the really amazing scrolling that we see. Here, I'm going to turn around and knock him out. There we go. The left side is some of the best scrolling we've seen in any 3D maze so far. It's not just flipping the screen, it's actually scrolling it pretty smooth. It's really impressive. Okay, we're still got an Energizer. Nice. Let's turn around this way. All right, here we go. Get all of the dots. Quick, quick, quick. We can do this. Go to the exit. So you have to kind of memorize from the top-down view when it removes the walls where to go next. There we go. Now we're on a groove. And they use the... Oh, wrong one. It did an about face and brought us back to him. So the scrolling is really impressive, and this formula of something chasing you is still great. Like Phantom Slayer we played, but that allowed you to shoot. This one's still doing a Pac-Man style. So this is a combination of 3D Maze of Gold and 3D Monster Maze. Let's go ahead and go up this side. So when you pick up the Energizer, the Spectre appears. Now the Energizer just ran out on us. I think we can get him. Oh, he snuck by the Energizer and got us. So cool. So honestly, I'm still teetering between, is this really 3.5 stars, just above average, or is this a really good game? Because this is still a fun formula. Being chased around from a first-person perspective is really, really fun. And then having that sound effect of the, like you're determining there's radioactivity in the room, and that's how the Spectre gets close to you, is a really nice touch. Yeah, for a 3D maze game, this is really fast. I'm with you there, Bardo, man. See if we can make our way around this side here. And the Energizer's about to run out, then the Spectre disappears from the right side. Okay, I got another one. So we can check him out there. There it is. He's trying to chase us. You can kind of see his pattern of how he works. Let's turn back the other way. Quickly. No, I hit the dead end and he got us. Yeah, really cool. The two split screens showing you the top-down and the real-time first-person view is also a nice touch. And to make it look this good is really impressive, too. So I give it props. So there you go. We got the game to run the way it's supposed to. And if you sit here in the corner when you play the game, you notice the maze disappears and you can't see the Spectre And the sound design is really cool because that sound of the Spectre getting closer to you is very similar to using the sound cues in Phantom Slayer. You know, you have something to work with because 3D Monster Maze, you didn't have any sound cues. We saw that one in January 1982 and then a whole slew of other 3D mazes. So I actually am going to bump Spectre up. It is an excellent title because we said 4 stars for 3D Monster Maze. I'll say the same. Spectre is still around that range. 4 stars, very, very well done. It's not nearly as scary or horror elements of it like the 3D Monster Maze, but still a great time. Yeah, 3.5 vibes there. Punk Rock Bikers with me with the 4 stars. Still, I say excellent. Spectre's pretty cool. All right, now let's go back where we were at Space Station Zulu. Let's see what our next title is. Coming up next is Star Blaster. Got to be a generic name like that. Star Blaster is not the same Star Blaster we saw on the TRS-80 color computer in December 1981. This is a completely different game. Here's what the box for Star Blaster is. This is by Piccadilly Software. This looks really familiar. Have we already played this game on something else? I did the research and I didn't think so. Looks like this is 48K needed for your Apple II, written by Mark Kriegsman and Jeffrey Engelstein. Way to go, Mark and Jeffrey. Yeah, the front of the box looks exactly like the Piccadilly Software we've seen before. So this is the third Piccadilly Software game we played after Ribbit and Falcons, and this looks really close, if almost identical, to the Falcons front of the box. That's why it looks so similar. So flip it over the back, really simple, like the other Piccadilly games. From the planet Drago has come an alien fighting force bent on the destruction of Earth. Your mission is to repel the waves of attackers and ultimately destroy their Dragonian Annihilator. You have to eliminate 6 types of protective strike forces within your own Earth cruiser and then face the awesome power of the command ship. 8 levels of difficulty and complexity will test your skills to the limit. Yeah, we'll see about that. That box looks so generic, though. And the title is so generic. So just for fun, I did a search for all the games we've seen so far on the show that had a sci-fi theme. And bear in mind, since 1971, the very first game we ever played, Galaxy game, had a sci-fi theme. And ladies and gentlemen, this game marks the 643rd game we've seen that's a sci-fi game or a sci-fi theme. 643. That's how many games we played that take that trope. That's pretty much the norm, and everything else is the exception. There's our 5 1/4 floppy disk for Star Blaster on the Apple II. An example of the screenshot. Oh, it looks like a shooter. Let's pop in and play Star Blaster. This is Piccadilly Software, September 11th, 1982. Yeah, the box looks so generic, I would skip it too, Chiptune. All right, so we're going to load up Star Blaster. The title and the front of the box really don't... Of all the games we played so many games. So looking at the box, it's not anything impressive. It doesn't look like something that would stand out by any means. Oh, yeah, possibly Phoenix X. Okay, what mode do we want to play in? If I push M, I can do paddle 1 or 2. I'm going to do joystick control and hit P to play. Let's go. All right, we're in. It's yet another scrolling shooter, but it's scrolling from right to left. This is probably only the 5th game we've seen that scrolls right to left. Didn't people get the hint from Scramble? Oh, we're leaving the Earth. Very nice. Cool. They're already switching up the gameplay. I got a lot of firepower too. Whoa. Not enough to fend off the asteroids though. My range of movement isn't completely across the screen. Whoa. Oh man. They are coming in really fast. Alright, I think I see what they're doing. And they did give me a checkpoint. If you notice that, I did a checkpoint to the next screen and it took over where it left off. Uh-oh, I gotta slip through that? I don't know if I can do it. Oh man. Now let's see, does it do... Oh, it doesn't do the checkpoint after that. So if I hit play again, does it go back to... Wow, the beginning. So it's how far can you get? But it is going level by level with a different theme, not a different theme, but a different aesthetic. You know, we start off on a planet's surface, one alien type, and then we move on to another alien type shooting us. Then we fly up in the air, and we have some fireballs that fly at us. So changing up, Star Blaster generic name, but they're switching it up on us. Very nice. You gotta save those lives, though. And I feel like I have enough firepower. Because of the pattern. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get a dent to get a hole to bust through. You have to bait some of these guys out. There you go. I think I got a good hole there. Let's see if I can slip in. Gosh, no. Because of the controls, it's very, very fine-tuned. You have to carefully make your way through that. Yeah, the variety is really, really nice. For 1982, this is pretty good. And I like how they gave us the checkpoints. They didn't start us right at the beginning every time, but we don't have a true checkpoint where all our lives are gone back at the title screen, and then we continue where we left off. That's only in the arcade. So let's do it again. Going in one more time. Starting at the beginning. I feel like there should be a code, though, to go back where you were before. Where's the continue code? I haven't seen those yet. If you know if Star Blaster has a continue code, did you work for Datamose? Do you know any secrets? Send them my way. Yes, the fart sound is strong with this one. I think they wanted to just have it on the entire time. Okay, here we go. I have to continue to get the... This is so tricky. It's a fine-tune... Look at that. It's going through... Oh my gosh. The focus is real. I haven't blinked once playing the game. It's another one of those games that, because of Scramble, I want to keep playing. I want to see what's next. Gosh. What are they going to throw at us next? There we go. Well done, arcade game on your Apple II. Well done, arcade game for a home computer, for a shooter. It's very, very nice. All right, let's see if we can lead them out. What? It just it popped one of them out of a small sliver of the... Okay, yeah, I want to go in again. That's how fun the game is. Keep trying. How far can you go? Can you survive through all the farting noises that the Apple II produces? That's the real challenge of Star Blaster. And the difficulty is brutal, but it makes you want to improve. It makes you want to play better. Okay, here we go. Gotta focus. Got all the lives. We can do it all the way through the end. You gotta have nerves of steel. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, that's it. Can we go... What? No, I tried to go to the left. It's still tied on the force field. Better not have tested the left and right. Yeah, left and right does nothing. I just wasted it. So I thought we could speed up and slow down like you do in Scramble, but no, you can't. Make our way through. Come on, we gotta bust more than that. Quickly, quickly. Even the little sliver of force field still sends out a rocket. It's crazy. Alright, that should do it. Go, 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 go. Quick, 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 quick. And then we gotta bait some of the missiles to fire at the top so I can work my way there. Okay, nice, got it. Keep on going. Get out of there. Okay, we got it. Oh man, it's so close. Still had a blast of Star Blaster. Why not? So of all the games you could play on a home computer, Star Blaster is still, I would say, above average. It's giving us variety. It has play control, giving you options. Notice that we did joystick control, but it still was responding and playing like a paddle. So maybe if I had the paddle plugged in and you have a little more nuance of the control of the ship, then it would work better. But I still say very well done. Yeah, there is no bombs. There is no power-ups, mainly. Yes. Charlie's giving it 4 stars. Bartolman's 4. Bartolman's giving it 4. And then Kun's giving, yeah, very, very sensitive. So I would say still, about all of all the games we played, 3.5 stars for everything you can play right now on a home computer. Curtis is actually saying 4. Very nice. I want to see how far it goes. How many levels are we looking at here for Star Blaster? Very, very nice. Chiptune saying 3.5 too. I love it. Yeah, if you went, if I went farther, then we maybe rating it higher than that. All right, let's see what our next title is. It is all Apple II all night, and I did another comparison of the video games we've seen so far. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 306th Apple II video game we played since the very beginning, June 1977, when Steve Wozniak had Breakout. This is it, 306 Apple II games right here. So let's check out Star Maze on our Apple II. Star Maze. Hey, Surtex Software. They don't just do wizardry. That should be the tagline under Surtex Software. It is a high-res arcade game. Now, this front of the box is a little bit more compelling. The font of Star Maze looks better, and it is a sci-fi style game. Another sci-fi style game. They're all over the place. Flip it over the back. Star Maze is a tour de force of high-resolution animation and graphics. Multi-directional scrolling maze, 18-color graphics, not just the basic 6, playable with keyboard, paddles, joystick, or joyport. It's the year 2891. Explorers discover an alien artifact of immense value. Hidden within the Star Maze were power jewels, sparkling crystals of pure energy. These precious gems were well guarded by vicious aliens dedicated to the destruction of anyone foolhardy enough to try and retrieve them. Unwilling to risk life and limb, the greedy quiche-eating owners of the Star Maze devised a cunning plot. Using a time machine, they traveled back almost 1,000 years to the present day, where they published the arcade game you're about to buy. How about that for story? Now they're eagerly awaiting the latest Softline magazine to see if you have the high score. If this sounds like a crazy story, you're right, but it does explain why our copies of Softline have started disappearing. So if strange... this is from the back of the box. I can't make this stuff up, people. So if strange winds from the future kidnap you, don't say we didn't warn you. Hey, Surtech, that's you got some balls to put that on the back of the box. There's our 5 1/4 floppy disk for Star Maze. It also says by Eastman Computing. I didn't see that one in other credits. And there's an example of the screenshot. All right, let's pop in and play Star Maze. This is Robert Woodhead and Gordon Eastman in the beginning, or we're now September 12th, 1982, playing some games on our Apple II. Oh, really, Marshall? They were all the rage. People were fighting for them. So the game starts off like in a tracked mode. It's playing and kind of tells you what the game's about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a top-down asteroid-style game, multi-directional shooter, as it were, but it's allowing 2D scrolling. It's not taking place on the same screen. And the ship you control is going or exploring around this world. This is pretty cool. This is our 7th multi-directional shooter that kind of takes the framework of asteroids. And the biggest one that we saw that's done this, where it's a multi-directional shooter that allows you to go scroll around, the very first one we saw was Bosconian in the arcade in November 1981. And then since then we saw Space Hawk on the Intellivision in 1981, and then Bolo in February 1982. And then after that we saw Gravatar, which took it from a side view in the arcades in June 1982. After that was Satellite Patrol on the VIC-20 in July 1982. And finally, the most recent one we played was Victory, again from the side view, but that was in the arcade in August 1982. So here we go. There's not too many games you could pinpoint and say this is a kind of game you could play. So very rare and very fun to play on a home computer. All right, so let's push P and get going in. There's the jewels we have to collect. They look like crosses. So you find the jewel, you got your little burners to burn fuel, and then we also have a fire button as well. Is that the sound it makes really whenever when I fire my afterburners? Nice. Enemy types were exploding. Cool. Oh wait, they must have got a piece of me. We're going down already. In fantastic fashion. I don't know what hit me though. I thought we shot the bat. All right, we'll try to go on this side. Notice that we have some things we blow up that explode just like asteroids. Did you notice that the rock split into two? We also have the ability to reflect. Every single wall in the cavern is reflective. It's reflecting our bullets. And every single level you play in Star Maze is random. So whenever you boot the game up and play a game, it's never going to be the same twice, which is a nice touch. At first glance, I can't tell the difference, though, what they were saying about the color scheme on the Apple II. We've seen other titles that do this with multiple colors. Got lucky there. So the point of the game is you're exploring this world, but all you're doing in the exploration is finding all the jewels in the level. After you collect all the jewels in the level, then you move on to the next one. It is an amazing concept for a home computer because you're playing an asteroids game that's letting you go beyond the boundaries of the screen and also play something like, wait, I totally picked that up. What? I went through the jewel. What in the world's going on here? I know I picked that up. You also can go pretty much as fast as you did before on the on asteroids, flying across the screen. That's a good point. We haven't seen Sinistar yet. It doesn't exist in arcades. Another testament to how cool the game is. All right, I'll just avoid that jewel, I guess, and go to another one. We do have a limited fuel supply, and that's essentially making sure you use your resources as well as you can to pick up all the other jewels. And I do also have bombs. If I push this, boom! Oh, I look more like a warp, actually. Was that? I think we have a warp, which warps us to different areas or sections. And then we also have, where's my bomb? There it is. Yeah, there's the bomb. You can't do all that with a joystick, though. You have to use the keyboard for it. So majority of the games that allow this kind of freedom are in the arcade to let you move around. Not sure why the jewels aren't letting me pick them up, though. Yeah, the smart bombs destroy the whole screen, very similar to Defender, too. And it is a maze because it's generating a different environment every single time you play. So I don't know exactly where all the jewels would be. And our fuel's already going down. You got to be a little more conservative. Yep, there you go. Run out of fuel and you explode. Yes, that's right, Chiptune. I think I know the one you're thinking of. 0 page. Does that mean we get nothing? Can I put my full... Okay, so CHR. You can put in high scores. And then it goes into an attract mode just like an arcade game. Very cool. Nice. Oh, okay, so we picked them all up. Thanks, Punk Rock. Okay, let's try it again. Go ahead and hit P. Try it again. Starting off another map. And it is true. It's flashing all the jewels on the left side, but it'll still allow me to pick them up. Let's give this one a shot. Yeah. I wonder if... I'm very confused. The keyboard also gives you a hotkey to allow you to rapidly fire. Look at this. If I just... if I hit the C key on my keyboard, then it just gives me a rapid fire. But part of me thinks that whoever did the crack for the game may have added some trainers to the game. I don't know if this is canon for Star Maze. And I think we might be also using fuel for this to fire off an endless supply of these. Yes, burn. Everyone die. Whoa, different enemy types is pretty cool. I'm going way too fast, but I just love the fact that I'm playing an asteroids game that can fly around past the boundary of the screen. And look, the shots continue to fire. This game is very well programmed to be able to have this much happening on screen while this and shots happening off screen. The only other game I can think of that we've played recently was the game by Sid Meier, Chopper Rescue. It allowed you to have shots fired off screen, and the game remembered when you had that. But I can't believe we had that many shots fired off, and it still worked. Oh, there we go. It picked it up. Oh, maybe I was going too fast. You have to slow down for it to work. Oh, he's going... Oh, whenever you blow it up, it goes after you. It homes in on you. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think it was because you're just going too fast. You can't pick up the jewel. You gotta slow it down. Yeah, there's not a button to get it. It's just, you just fly over the top. I didn't push a button that time. I'm just wasting fuel trying to hover. What, ready? Yep, there you go. Didn't push any button. It just worked. Yeah, there's something special about this one. And if you're a fan of Asteroids, you would enjoy this as well. The gameplay is you're getting points for all the enemies you destroy, but as far as the objectives, it's just pick the jewels up, and then once you get all the jewels, you move to the next level. I still can't fault it for that. This is what I'm talking about when I think of video game experiences that you can't find as many places elsewhere. So I listed all the other multi-directional shooters that allowed 2D scrolling. Most of them are in the arcades. So yeah, Manly's actually saying 4.5, one of the best computer games of the time, and I actually think of it as a 4-star game. This one is an excellent title of all the games you can be playing right now. Charlie's saying 3.5. Punk Rock saying 4. I wouldn't say one of the best games you can play. It is a rare experience, though. It's very well done. You can tell it's programmed very well, so I'm going to say 4 stars. Yeah. Oh, the variety enemies. Yeah, Curtis is saying 4.5 as well. Hunter's saying 4. Yeah. That's true. Variety of enemies is another good point. And the scrolling in all directions. The only other one we've seen do that was Bolo in February. And then the other scrolling one that did this was the Intellivision, had Space Hawk, but that was more of a black screen. Scrolling with a randomly generated environment is very impressive. And then we did play another one, but it was more of a black scrolling, not scrolling an entire level. It was Satellite Patrol on the VIC-20. So yeah, we'll go ahead and raise it up. This is one of the best computer games you could play at this point across all the computers. So I'll say 4.5 stars for Star Maze. Very nice. No, you just collect all of them, and then once you do, then you go to the next level. So it doesn't have a place to drop off like a rescue element to the other games we played. All right, with that, let's see what our next title is. I bet it's on the Apple II, and it is. This is Vortex. Let's check it out. Here's the box for Vortex. Another one by Datamost. Essentially, I saw the catalog for Datamost, and most of these games were released in the fall of 1982, so that's why we're seeing them all. It says $30. An explosion of black light creates the deadly vortex. Its gravitational pull holds your starbase immobile as the aliens attack. Fanatically superhuman skill and dedication are called for protecting Earth, and only you can answer. And we got a very simple back of the box for Datamost. Any other artwork for Vortex? Cool front of the box, though. Everything falling into the black hole. With an example of the screenshot. Here we go. Pop it and play some Vortex by Kevin Bagley of Datamost. It's September 12th, 1982. Oh, from Vortex? I don't know if it's the best one yet. It's better than Star Blaster, though. Star Maze was all right. I like Star Maze. Very cool effect. Check it out. We're entering the Vortex. Great job, Kevin Bagley. Now, we already played a video game called Vortex. This is not the one on the Commodore PET from August 1982. Completely different one. All right, I'm ready to go. Press any key. So cool. The default keys are G, Y, J, and space. All right, I'll play along. Is this okay? Yeah, I'll play G, Y, J, and space. Enter a level of difficulty. Let's start at level 1 and see what it's like. Oh, sweet. Okay, we're playing Space Zap. So I got 4 different buttons, 4 different places to shoot, and I'm just going to fire at whatever they shoot at me. This is not playing exactly like other Space Zap games because something's going across the screen slowly. So cool. Yeah, maybe they paid more money for the front of the box than the game itself. It's a very well done port of Space Zap, and they're trying something slightly different, but it's pretty much the same formula. Maybe I should increase the difficulty. We played a lot of Space Zap. First time we saw it was in the arcades. Oh, okay, so they circle around you. We saw the original in the arcades in... There we go, nice. 1980. And this one is the 6th Space Zap riff of all the games we played so far. I still say one of the best ones is Cosmic Arc because of the first part of Cosmic Arc when you're blowing up the asteroids. And that was a 2-part game on a home console. So we do have different enemy types. We've entered Phase 2. Sweet. This is the 17th game we've played by Datamost. Oh, he got us there. As soon as I start saying the game's too easy. It takes quick reflexes and timing to get the shots down. Oh yeah, you gotta be quick. I like the homage of the starfield in the background. Makes me feel like I'm playing an arcade game. Phase 4. Man, that UFO is the trickiest one. Got an extra base at 1,000 points. Very nice. Yeah, Bartle, man, I'm with you. The gameplay style, or the space zap style, at this point, I'd say fairly average, but this one's done very well. As far as a space zap game, presentation's very nice. Gosh. Gotta be quick. And they're doing a different formula. Instead of having something just go straight at the gunner, it circles around the gunner and gets closer and closer. That's very nice. Yeah, we're just in the center, and we don't have a crosshair. This is not a first-person shooter. I am static. I'm a fixed turret firing. Oh, I'm now a fixed turret fading. I mean, look at that. That's a cool effect. For the Apple II, reminds me of something that Nasir Gabelli would have done. But no, it's Datamost. Yeah, the chirping sound can get a bit old. So there you go. That's Vortex, a very well done space zap riff. Of all the games we played so far, it's very good. It's a very well done home port. I actually would start around the average range with 3 stars, and they're doing something slightly different. But you can see how far we've come from an arcade game in the 1980 that I gave 5 stars, the original space zap. The charm of this one's still very, very nice. Kun's going 3.5, Manly's 3. Yeah, I'm seeing mostly average around, and I say the same. It's a very average game. 3.5 for the box art, nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, there's Vortex. Fairly average for all the computer games so far. Let's see what's next. Time to play Dunzhin for the Apple II, The Warriors of Ra's Volume 1. So this one is something we've already seen on the TRS-80, where it was released first in March 1982. We've even also seen the sequel on the TRS-80 in July 1982. This is the first time it's come to the Apple II. Warriors of Ra's. Brought to us by Screenplay, or the port by Screenplay. Front of the box is meant to give us those fantasy vibes. The chest is waxed. We're ready to play some role-playing. That's all the box tells me. Welcome to Ra's, a world entered only through Screenplay's new adventure series. And what's interesting is when we checked it out on the TRS-80, we read this back of the box because there's not too many back of the boxes you could find for the TRS-80, and that Screenplay didn't do the port for the TRS-80. I believe that was Med Systems software. And so this is the new adventure series, Warriors of Ra's, the very first one that they could give you by Randall Don Mastler. Way to go, Randall! You need 48K again on your Apple II. I'm telling you, you don't need 64K of RAM. That's too powerful. No one's going to go over 64K. Here's other artwork for Dunzhin. The idea would have seen in magazines at the time. Dude, it just looks like Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, and there it is. This is the one that was advertised for the TRS-80. Nice. We're going to do some warrior mode. Our 5.25 floppy disk to our Apple II Plus right here. With a small example of the screenshot, we have the manual because we are going to need it. This one has lots of commands. How do we play Dunzhin? So this manual is bringing back the original computers that played it, including I think the Commodore 64, which we're not going to see yet. So you can see the copyright's 1983 as the later one, but it also has the load instructions for the Apple II. Shows you how to load the games. Very, very easy instruction manual. Looks like it's typed out on a typewriter. And it has the lore and story of Dunzhin. Every time you play the game, it gives you a different relic to find in the dungeon. And they use the manual as a way to explain how to play the game in still lore heavy. Like, for example, the glow you see yonder is from the crystal ball which stands before the door of the Dunzhin. My first mistake was allowing it to draw me in. I gazed into the crystal ball, and behold, to my amazement, a fiery writing within. I found that I need only make the sign of a letter on it. It mattered not which letter, and the fiery writing changed to ask me, do you wish to play a saved game? So they are giving you the instructions to play the video game, but in a way as if you were actually playing the role of the warrior here. And then they show the secret of Dunzhin. It revealed to me the talisman of immense worth, and said that it was the target of my quest. The maze is built on a series of connected levels. Not until later did I learn the target is hidden in the Dunzhin's lowest level. Dunzhin is a location. You enter Dunzhin and you make your path, and then it explains your what you're going to be typing in for commands. At the entrance, I found a warrior's garb arrayed for me. So when you begin the game, you get a sword, full suit of armor, a treasure pouch, and a magic wand. And the object is to go find whatever it is they tell you to go find in the halls, and then come back. And then it shows you your level. It's a true role-playing game, but it's not just that. It is a rogue-like role-playing game. And it shows you our vitals, if we want to see our vitals. Moving within Dunzhin is a very interesting affair, especially on the Apple II. I had to command the crystal ball to let me move, telling it a direction and the number of steps I wanted to take. So the command to move around is move east 3, very, very similar to something we play on Dungeon Quest. I strode forward, my footsteps echoing the corridor. So it has the story to it, and moving around the map. It's going to generate itself as you move. Well, it's going to generate it at a time, but then you move around and it reveals the level to you. How to go through doors and move around. And if you want to see help, it'll tell you all the commands over here above my head that you can say. When it's time for targets, when you're going to attack someone, you actually say where you want to attack. Left leg, right arm, left foreleg, and so forth. So you can do hit neck. What does it say? Yeah, if you want to hit something, you would say hit neck and then force to do a spell. And then, so it's the manual is telling you how to play the game with a story, as if you were talking into a crystal ball telling what to do. Then you also have mystical commands, and then we also have other perilous ventures besides this one. We've only seen the sequel, but before we end the year on the TRS-80, we will see the third Warriors of Raz series. Yes, then it has a lot of luck to play the game. It's very much rolling the dice like you're playing a Dungeons & Dragons game. But look at all that's to the game. Lots that you can do in the game and play. It is a very random experience. The level's going to be random, and how you play is going to be random. Experience points for the new levels determined by the number of experience points. The chart at the end of the appendix give the experience points necessary to reach each level. Their experience points are gained only by successfully fighting opponents. Magic doesn't count. And they're given at the end of every encounter. So you get experience points, and the way you do encounters is going to be random. And over here, you got the points of whenever you get to the end, and a screenplay return announce. So lots to... You need the manual to play this one. Let's pop it and play Warriors of Raz, Volume 1, Dunzhin on the Apple II. This is Randall Don Masterler, published by Screenplay. It's September 12th, 1982. Yes, facepalm and hit head, we will be doing that too. I've already given a big spiel on this channel about roguelikes. I couldn't believe the inconsistency with video game history and roguelikes. We call them roguelikes, but the first one wasn't a roguelike. The very first one we ever saw was July 1978, and that was Beneath Apple Manor. So we should be calling them Beneath Apple Manor likes, because they came out before the mainframe version of Rogue. All right, we're ready to go. Do you want to play a saved game? No. Do I have a saved character? No. They're going to create the level for us, and we're going in. This is our 15th roguelike video game we played here on the channel. Some of the really good ones that we've seen recently were Telengard, Sword of Fargol in July 1982, and then if you go further back, really good one is Fracas in 1980. All right, our target is, for this time, the Jeweled Belt of Zepham. And whenever I play tested this, it was a different thing every single time. So we can quit right now, which is roll another dice for another level, or enter it. And we're going to enter. We're going in. All right, it begins with instructions, and you have to type what you want to do, which is if I say move east 2, watch what happens. You move east twice. That's how it works. It's all command-based. Move east 1. We've encountered one elf. And we're going to hit. No fight is desired. Do you wish to fight? Okay, no. I won't fight. Maybe the elf is a nice elf. Okay, let's go ahead and move south. Let's do 2. And I'm moving slowly because you notice the map, I can't see anything ahead of time. Okay, looks good there. Move south. Let's do 2 again. So it's revealing the map, and like other roguelikes we've played so far on the show, but it's having to use a text parser. So you have to type in everything, and it's not being controlled with any Apple II joystick or paddles. So the roguelike genre, if you like this, this is actually all right. I consider this an above average game for all the games we've seen so far, just like on the TRS-80, but that one at least allowed you to use the arrow keys. So the Apple II feels more rudimentary. So we have a door to our west. So if we actually say move west 1, he'll just bust the door down. Oh, never mind. He broke the door. I guess we got to do move west 2. There we go. Now we move into the room. Okay, so the room's open. I don't see anything there. Move south 4. Oh, ouch. If we move too far, by the way, you will smash into the wall and get knocked out and get hurt. Yeah, we just lost a little bit from moving too far. We moved too far. All right, move west 1. Get another door. Move south. Let's go 2. Bust the door down. Oh, move south. Now move 2. So you do move south 1 and you break the door, and then move south again, and then you walk through it. But every time you play, it's going to be a random experience, which is a nice thing to have for video games now. And if you like this style of game, where the rogue-like experience, this one works, and it works very well. But we've played better video games that allow user interface that you don't have to be typing things in like this. All right, so let's go move south 4. Do I want to chance it? Uh-oh. Yep, we smashed into the wall. What's to the east? Let's see. Move east 1. You were in room B. Oh, okay, that was the name of room B. We discovered a gold bracelet. Nice, we pick it up. You don't get experience points for that, just the fights. All right, so move. Let's go ahead and keep going west 2. In a way, it feels like I'm playing one of the Dungeon Quest series because I'm deciding how many steps I want, or blocks on the screen. All right, so let's move south 1. He'll bust the door. You've encountered 3 dwarfs. Uh-oh, they came in the room with us. Hit. Oh, no, I should say, I think it's hit. Yeah, hit head, I think I need to say. Not hit dwarf. Hit head. You're going for the head. Press any key when you feel lucky, so we're about to roll the dice. Ready? Hit the head for 12 points of force. Hit the dwarf's head. That area is protected for 2. And we defeated the dwarf. Smack him in the head. We're taller than him. And we're not done yet. We have 3 dwarfs. So now hit. Let's try it again. Press our luck. Hit the dwarf's head. Hit any key. That time we did 1 force of damage. So area's protected for 2. It's not going to knock the dwarf out. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. I'll give it a shot. Hit the dwarf. The dwarf hits our abdomen for 3 points of damage. That area's protected for 3. Looks good. All right, so let's try HH. Oh, wait. Let me try H space H and see if that does it. H. Yes, it did it. Thanks so much, Charlie. Okay, hit him on the head. We're feeling lucky. 17 points of force. We got another dwarf going down. And he's defeated. Like most role-playing games, the text at the bottom telling you what's happening during the fight is key because you're not going to see that acted out. Rarely. There's only 1 or 2 games that have done that. All right, let's do it again. Last dwarf, hit head. Come on, we're feeling lucky. Only 3 points of force that time. He's going to be protected for 2, which means we only get 1 hit. He's still alive with 3 points in that area and 19 overall. He's going for our abdomen. Remember, he's short. Very nice touch. Hits the abdomen with 9 points of force. That's not good. We're protected for 4. So, and I regret to say you've perished. Better luck next time. We get taps that plays when we die. Nice. Yes, we want to kill all the dwarfs. So it is permadeath. After you die, that's it. If you save while you're in the level, then you can go back to that load that you did. But you have to pick your battles, decide when you want to run. It's per the course for most roguelikes. All right, so there's a quick taste of Dunzhin. Of all the video games you can play right now, I say it's above average. Like the other ones on the TRS-80 and the sequel, this is the 3rd one of the Warriors of Roz games we played so far. So I say 3.5 stars still of all the video games you can play. Still a little more cumbersome. If you want to play other roguelikes, you can that do control and play faster and better than this one. but still a good time if you like this style of game. Chiptune saying 3.5 too. Very nice. If you want to go hit some dwarves on the head before they hit you in the abdomen, go for it. Oh, Charlie's going even higher. Manly's going even higher. Bartolman with 4 stars as well. Richard says 3.5 too. Love the chats. Let's keep going to our next game. We are still on the Apple II. Here's Pandora's Box. I have never heard of this one. It is yet another game by Datamost. Let's check it out. The evils of ancient times are loose. They must be destroyed or returned to Pandora's box. Your wits and powerful lightning bolts are your only weapons. Act now to save civilization from this hideous doom. Datamost has another cool box. I don't necessarily know if that's Pandora's box because this game doesn't use any Greek mythology. It's just the name, Pandora's box, with some ghouls and ghosts inside. Do we have anything on the back? Nope. No back of the box. Anything else for Pandora's box? There's the 5 1/4 floppy disk. This is Bob Flanagan and Scott Miller yet again. Way to go, Bob and Scott. No, it's not. It is nothing of the sort. This is a very original game. Let's see what the manual has to play Pandora's box. Before you boot the disc and start playing, consider well, once you do, Pandora's box is open. And once the ancient evils reside inside, you are loose. You and only you can recapture them. You'll be poised high above the earth, hidden in a cloud. On the right side of the locator box where dots indicate the presence of those you dared free. On the left is your field of action. As you chase and trace them, you'll pass Greek temples, forest areas, a lake, and graveyard. By visiting them, you achieve a certain amount of safety. How much is one of the things you must discover by yourself. So they got a little mystery in the game forest. And the birds are your major enemy, but dare not ignore the snakes, the man-like being, the turtle, or pumpkin. Remember, these evils take recognizable forms, but they embody death, destruction, vicious illnesses, and the deadly sins, so don't be misled. You must use your lightning to strike them, causing them to be returned to the box. Do you dare to chance it? Are you at your fittest? Can you, through planning and agility, master these satanic things and return them to Pandora's box so the world will not suffer? Don't they realize there's a satanic panic going on and you can't just call out satanic things? So you can use this with joystick or keyboard. If you're plugged in, it's automatically going to determine which one you want to play as. If you play on the keyboard, you can move and shoot at the same time with different keys. If you look over right above my head, you can use the aiming keys and moving keys because this is another multi-directional shooter that allows, I would call it twin stick shooting, but you're not going to really use 2 sticks. You're going to use 2 hands on the keyboard. So it has different skill levels, and then there's our point scoring. Now that you know the odds, the obstacles open Pandora's box if you dare. We can offer you no protection from what you shall encounter. Good fortune in your efforts. Thanks, Datamost. Let's pop it and play Pandora's box. It's September 15th, 1982. We're halfway through September. In a weird way of speaking. Ooh, title screens. I love old school title screens. So this one has a slight horror vibe to it, but not necessarily scary. This is Datamost's 18th video game we played on the show. Here we go. So I have a joystick plugged in. It should auto map itself and be ready to play. We get animation to start. Very nice. And I'll hit escape. Let's go. Do we want expert or normal play? I'll do normal play. You have opened Pandora's box. And now they are loose. It does sound kind of creepy. Okay, so we are in. I'm playing as a cloud on the left side of the screen. On the right side is a radar, very similar to Rally X. But we're not playing Rally X. There's no maze. Apparently something happens while I'm in the graveyard. But whenever I want to fire... It's kind of hard to see because of what's here. I'll move the cloud over on the black. So whenever you hold down the fire button, you see the little dot around the outside. That's where the lightning bolts are going to go. Nice. And we're just sending all the enemies to their doom. Oh yeah, fly at me. Oh, so the bats aren't part of the enemies we're supposed to remove. They're just annoyances, it looks like. I have to actually fly over to where... Oh, I can't fly. Interesting. I can't fly down there. I do see one of them up here. Got it. So we're going around and shooting everything in the world to send it back inside of Pandora's box. We have 8 different directions we can shoot, and we can move freely, scroll freely, semi-scroll freely all around the world. You can see it is feels like it's tile-based, moving a little slower. But I do have some firepower. I don't have to wait for another shot to go. Look at that. I can do multiple lightning bolts, and I don't see anything holding me back. Like there's no energy bar. I can just keep going. All right, we got another one, and there he is. Send them all back. So we got 3 left. Now I got to watch out for bats as I make my way up to the top. The manual alluded to something happening in the graveyard as a safe point. So I can see some areas are like here is the graveyard. I don't know what they mean though. It's not giving me any health or time. All right, so we're going to fly over across the trees here. Make our way up to the top. We got someone hiding there. Got him. We did it. Level cleared. Everyone's been returned to Pandora's box there. Now we move on to the next level. The graphics or the tile map display is really similar to Crush, Crumble, and Chomp. Oh, not the bat. Oh, if the bat does grab you, he sends you off the level and then you lose a life. Or a cloud. You can see right here by my shoulder. Yeah, I'm very, very perturbed with the graphics too. Why everything's so large on the screen. And just such a strange idea. I am playing with a joystick, so I cannot move and shoot. Like, I can't run away and shoot the opposite direction. But if you were playing keyboard controls, you could. With controls similar to, like, Robotron 2084. Oh my gosh, that's 3 bats? 3 bats is too much. They got me already. This is the very first time we've ever played as a cloud in a video game. I think I should mark that down as the first video game where you're playing as a cloud. Even in the manual, we're not representing something else. We're a cloud. That's just how it works. All right, we got another one right there. We'll zap him. Here come more bats. Yeah, level 2 is just adding more bats because as far as I know, that's the only way you can lose a life. Oh man, they got me before you can even shoot. It does seem that way, Marshall, like they're wasting a lot of screen, yeah. And it is slower. It feels like my Apple II is chugging whenever I play the game. All right, game over. We lost all our cloud lives. We did make it to level 2, though. I'll go ahead and hit escape. We'll go in again. Starting back over at level 1. And we already got grabbed by a bat, and we're being dragged off the level. Yeah, the way it's programmed looks really similar to Crush, Crumble, and Chomp, if you've ever seen that one on the Apple II. The same design for the trees and the level from the top view. But they didn't have a radar in that game. Now, what's a way to get the bats off of me? Can I stay here? No, they're still coming after me. That doesn't help. Send them back. Satan spawn. I can send that one back. Nice. So, very strange game. I wouldn't know exactly how to classify it because we obviously have a radar like Rally X on the left side, but we're not playing anything like Rally X. We're not driving around. There's no maze. We're a cloud flying around. So, it's still an arcade-style game. It does allow you to have that multi-directional shot to play. And if you're playing keyboard, you have the twin stick capability to move and shoot different directions. Yeah, I bet that's true, Curtis, that they had to make it smaller. And I wonder at first if the entire real estate, like everything on the blue border, was the entire map. So you could see a little bit further, but it was chugging so slow, they had to get rid of it. Yeah. Very, very curious. Not familiar with this one by Datamost. As far as I know, all the titles we played so far by Datamost have been hit or miss with quality. You can tell that they worked hard on this one, but just doesn't deliver. So you can see I can't even move to the right. Wait, the level cleared? I had 2 enemies left. Okay, I'll take it. We're now on level 2. The performance still is slower, but I actually can't fault it. At this point, this kind of frame rate is still okay. It does remind me of games we play that are programmed in BASIC, because most machine language games we can get up to like 60 frames per second or fields per second. Yeah, you can tell this one's a little slower, but it's not that big of a deal. Tech demo. Yeah, that's harsh, Charlie. All right, we'll go ahead and stop there. That is Pandora's Box. Very, very strange one. It's a mix of a few different games. They're trying something new, and I welcome that. I'm really glad to be at this time in playing video games because the developers are doing things that are outside of the box, and this one's outside of the Pandora's box. So I'd say of all the video games you could play right now, this one's still around the average range. I see Manly's already thrown out 3 stars for all the games you could play. It has elements that allow for something different or something new. Charlie's actually seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of division in the chat. Charlie's saying 2.5. Hunter's all the way down to 2 stars, calling it bad. Curtis is saying 3. I still say it's around average. It balances out the weirdness, so it's not a complete waste of time. It's not completely bad for all the games you can play on a home computer. It's an all right time, and if it had better performance, was a little bit faster to play, speedier, then it'd be rated a little bit higher. Yeah, it's just too slow. I'm with you there, Curtis. All right, so what can you do on your Apple II? Well, you can do a lot of things, from exceptional games, some of the best games you could play on a home computer, to games that are around average, considering the rest of the home computers out there. That's where we got to put our video game playing on pause. Hit escape on your Apple II, and tune in next episode where Datasoft tries their hand at a submarine simulator, and the spiders are invading. That's it for today, and like I always say, I live, I die, I live again, usually 3 times. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.